Hi again. It's November 26th, Tuesday, and I'm making another video, as I told you I would, and I wanted to. So you can see a couple things that I've completed here, and I'll explain them to you. But first, let me walk in front of the camera and give you a little perspective, and then I'll come back, and once again, when I remove the camera from the tripod, there'll be a little shaking, but I'll then walk you around and show you a few things. So let me get in front of the camera. Okay, so let me try to gently get this removed. And first video, I showed you some of the metal parts that I was sawing to kind of reinforce some of the studs and so forth. So let's take a walk around, and we'll start with that. I'll show you a corner here that I've done. It's a little bit in the shade, but hopefully you can see it well enough. Down in the corner here, you can see I've got some rebar sticking out, but it's setting up because the ground that I'm building this on is not completely level. So anyhow, you can see a little bit. There's the metal, how it reinforces, and the rebar. Now that'll go into the corner, and everything will go into concrete as it sits on blocks. And so that's one of them. And on top you see an OSB board here. That's what I'll be using for the initial flooring. So let's take a walk around and I'll explain a few things to you. Try to get more in the sunlight. Bright day here today. Nice fall day. You can see the support beams going across, and the support beams are 8 inches wide, 2 by 8s, and some are 12 foot and some are 8 foot. Now I'll move in a little bit closer and show you part of the construction process. Now you see underneath this middle 2 by 8, there's another 2 by 4 sitting below that, and that's part of what I call the sub foundation. And on top of that will go another OSB boards covering everything. So between that 2 by 4 and the top of the 2 by 8, there'll be an empty space there, of course, which I'm using, as you'll see in a few minutes, for the plumbing. And also that's where all my insulation will go from the ground to the floor to keep me insulated. So that's a little bit of it. And I'm moving down cross section here, and you can see a little bit. Now I'm panning out a little bit more. We'll walk around and take a look at some of the plumbing. I don't like to run these videos too long because they're so big to put up and deal with, so I'll keep it short. Anyhow, you can see we're starting here. This is the bottom. It's a 4 inch drain pipe. So the pipe that's coming down, little elbow and so forth, that would be that's connected to the water line. That's water coming into like a sink. So let's get in a little bit closer on that, and you can see down at the bottom, this long pipe here is this half-inch pipe is connected to a pipe at the bottom, which is 1 inch, and that's the water that's coming in under pressure, and that'll come up and go out, of course, and initially into a sink where we'll have hot and cold. But then you also can get a good look at the drain pipe and how it's actually, I had to cut it and lay it out so that it's at an angle so that of course the water will flow. There's an end cap here. I've used a screw-on end cap in case I want to come back at some point later on and add to this pipe. I can just unscrew that and add more pipe. And the little bigger pipe that you see sticking up is just a reference point, but this will be a drain for the sink. So we've got the thin line with water coming in, and the cutoff pipe is just a reference point for the drain, the water going out into the bigger 4-inch pipe, which is running down around our elbow here. And again, you can see now, as I look down at the elbow, the water pipe on this corner has an elbow, and it's insulated. I've got some rubber insulation that I'm just trying to cut for size, and that's running down. So I had to cut round holes into the foundation work to get the pipe to run through. And here we go. This is what we have. This is a vent pipe. All your drain plumbing has to have vent pipes to keep air going out of the pipe, and also to eliminate any vacuums. If you were to, say, have a bathtub with 20 gallons or 30 gallons as you were draining real quick, that water will suck out, and if you don't have a proper air vacuum in there, it can suck water out of your P-traps. P-trap is what we're about to look at here. This is a shower drain, and the P-trap is a little curved part, in case you're not familiar with the plumbing stuff. And what that does is when you drain water out of the top of that, that'll be a shower drain. Water goes out, and it goes around that little curve, and then it comes up to the top and pours out into your 4-inch drain pipe. But the water that's left over will stay down in that little P-trap, and that's to trap odors, again, mainly from coming back up into your drain for your shower. And so we're going down here more to another vent pipe and some more water lines. We have water lines for the shower coming in. Now the bigger thing you see here, pardon my shadow, is the drain for the toilet, and it's a 4-inch drain, so it goes right out into the end here. And we have another drain pipe here. This is another water line coming in. This is for a sink. Let me back up one more here and get the light out of here. But there's another vent pipe here between the shower drain and the toilet drain. There's another vent pipe right there, you see in the middle. And so then eventually they'll all come out the back and go out to the water line. You can see the smaller line is where water will be pumped in, and the bigger line is a drain pipe going out to a septic tank. So basically this is some of the work. A lot of brackets, a lot of connectors. Everything is temporarily installed, but it's all cut and sized to the right size. And I'll have to take it apart, of course, when I transport it, but at least it's already sized and ready to go. So I'll get this up. Hope you enjoy it. And next I'll be working on construction of some of the walls and getting some more pipes and run inside the walls and so forth. But until then, this is what I have. Thanks. Bye.